Hello, dear community. My name is Lars and I am the board member for sales and marketing at VW Commercial Vehicles. Many questions about the new transporter have been asked on social media and I would like to try to answer some of them today. All right, let's start with the first question. When will you return to your roots and start building your own vehicles again? The collaboration with Ford is costing you dearly. First of all, we only build independent vehicles and are proud of each of our models, from the Caddy to the Crafter, and that of course also applies to the Transporter. One thing I believe is important to understand: as a small brand within the Volkswagen Group, we are used to cooperating. This means we use technology that is also used, for example, in VW passenger cars or in other brands. This applies to engines, to components, it applies to the electronics platform, it applies to software, it applies to many things in the car. And only where we cannot find an internal partner, we cooperate externally and look for the best partner we can find. And that was exactly the case with the new Transporter. It is a true Volkswagen and of course a true Transporter. It offers more in every dimension than its predecessor, the T6.1. Payload, size, load capacity, model variants, and of course driver assistance systems at the highest level. We emphasized everything and certainly significantly influenced the development to bring this car to the road. You can keep the Ford. When will you start building proper vans like the VW T5 again? One thing first. We always build the right Transporter, and we've had this discussion that, the last generation is much better than the previous generation with every model change in our history. From the T1 to the T2, from the T3 to the T4, from the T5 to the T6 and so on. And of course we have this discussion again now. And why is that? Because these vehicles shaped the cityscape for a very long time. Many people love these vehicles and build a real relationship with them. And of course that applies now as well. But it is very important that we are now in the market with a trilogy of vehicles and offer exactly the right one for everyone. So on the one hand, the all-electric ID. Buzz is already an icon, the only all-electric vehicle in that segment, even driving fully autonomously currently in Hamburg. And it offers exactly the right use cases for our electric-oriented customers as a cargo and as a people version. Secondly, the multivan in California for our private customers. 100% passenger car comfort, truly tailored for private applications, and also with an exclusivity that no T has had before. And we have the new Transporter specifically for our commercial customers in the respective variants, payload and daily use in the business environment shape this vehicle. And with this offering, we are unique in the market and provide exactly the right bully for everyone. Why pay for a VW when you're getting a Ford? Well, the answer is actually simple. You don't get a Ford, you get a real VW. And we placed importance on that throughout the entire development process. We co-designed this car and ensured that it carries genuine bully genes. The advantages are of course evident when you simply drive and use this car daily. But you are not just buying a car, you are buying a solution for your business. And that definitely includes the best service network in Europe, which Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles undoubtedly has. 4,000 service partners and 700 Service Plus partners spread all over Europe guarantee a 24/7 service. And combined with the advantages that the product itself has and the long-term warranty, this vehicle is the best choice for our commercial customers. Is there a 5-year warranty because the VW Bus is manufactured by Ford? Clear answer, no. Quality is important to us, and that applies to all our products and of course also to the new Transporter. 5 years warranty or 150,000 kilometers mileage, that is a real promise and we stand by it. And if we ever make a mistake, we quickly fix it. What is important is that we provide our customers with a real economic advantage and a good feeling. And we do that with this promise, and it will remain so. Have you forgotten that bully customers want a vehicle made in Hanover and not a Ford from Turkey? No, we haven't forgotten, because two of our bullies do come from Hanover. One is the ID Buzz and the other is the Multivan, which is also available as a California. And that's a good thing. With the Transporter, one thing was important to us, that it is a true Volkswagen and that it carries the heritage of 75 years of bully. And we achieved that by accompanying the entire development process and extensively refining the design. Speaking of design, this year we can celebrate the Red Dot Award for the Transporter. The bully line and 75 years of heritage are reflected in the vehicle, and you can see it in the steering wheel, the dashboard and the entire exterior. This vehicle is a true bully. Which company can afford VW? One car isn't enough for me. I need at least 5. Regarding efficiency, the Transporter is now in its 7th generation, and all parts have been further developed over 7 generations. This means this vehicle is technically up to date and of course cost optimized. And the enormous quality is also reflected in the resale value of these vehicles, which drives up the cost effectiveness even for your use case. Yes, and that's exactly why we offer tailored solutions for our fleet customers. It's best to ask our local dealer. Purchase, leasing, everything is available with us, and of course we also make you a special offer. Why isn't the Transporter called T7? The answer is quite simple. The current T model is simply always called Transporter. We use the nomenclature with the numbers for internal use to be able to distinguish the vehicles, and we know that you, as a die-hard fan, also like to use it. Thank you very much for your questions. With that, we have reached the end of today's episode of Ask Me Anything about the new Transporter. But of course, this series will continue as new questions will come in, and I am pleased when these are answered by our head of design, Albert Kirzinger, and other colleagues from product marketing. Take care, thank you, and goodbye, and have fun with the Transporter.